Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome back to another Schema Scalper video. This is day one, trade 3. It is Dow Jones, and we took a sell. And let's get into it. So, starting on the 15-minute chart. First thing we did, we looked at the chart from 9:30. I was looking at it from 9:30, so I'm just gonna have a thick horizontal line. So everything before, let's close this. So I was looking at the chart like this, right? So everything before this hasn't happened yet. And while it's happening, I'm seeing the chart. So on a 15-minute chart, immediately I noticed there's a fair value gap here, gets traded to, and it doesn't close above. So that's telling me something. But it trades to this up close candle, this green candle. But before that, we have another green candle that's not traded to. So immediately that is striking to me, and I drew that out in time. And then as time went on, it hit that almost perfectly. Now I'm not taking an entry here, this is just my confirmation, right? And then I'm looking for a fair value gap down, which we get there. It's super tiny, but it is one. And then after this candle, after 10:15, we're now looking for entries, because after this candle closes, I know, okay, we've got a fair value gap, down. We saw the action of that order block, and now we're going to mark out areas of liquidity below. So that is from times 2 till 5. Then there's another time over here, it's this the 130, so it's 12 to 130, sorry, my bad. The lowest low from 12 to 130, so it will be this candle. Let's just make this another color, red. It's this candle's low, and then inside here, this was a swing low before market open. So before the 9:30 open New York time, that is a swing low that was made right before. So I look at that as area of liquidity as well. So those are the 3 levels that I was looking at as targets. And now for entry, so I know where it's going, I know where it shouldn't go above, and I'm just looking for entry. So I opt into the 5-minute chart. So then we've got a fair value gap down here. I'm just going to use, obviously you guys can see my entry, my stop, but I'll just use this, and then boom, I'll erase this for now, and I'll tell you what I was seeing on the lower time frame charts. So we've got this. Now the context is already, we are going to be going lower. My bad. The context is we are going to be going lower, right? Because we hit that, we had a fair value gap up here, another fair value gap in here, and now, with this being said, we have a push above again, above this high, above the swing high. So when you're looking for lower prices, if you're selling swing highs that are taken, you should look to sell above those swing highs. If a swing low is taken, you want to look to buy below the swing low. But because we're looking for sells, every swing high that's been taken, we look as an opportunity to sell, because we already have the context. The context is the market is going down, right? So in this time, we've got that fair value gap, we've got a push above, and now another push above, And you see those equal highs. That's what we're going to be looking at now on the lower time frame chart. I did enter before that. I'm thinking, let me just make sure. No, I didn't enter before that. I entered just after that. So I saw this happen. So this here, I look at this as a fake move to trap people in thinking it's going higher. And then we get a small move down. And then a push down, a further push down, creating another fair value gap. I enter inside of here. I'll go to the other statements now and I'll check what is the exact time. So it was 5:39. So at 39, which was there, oh my gosh, I entered early. So I entered inside here. And I don't trust this price that they're giving me 225, just because the liquidity providers are different and they usually give different pricing, but the chart pattern or the chart, how the chart looks, will be the same or similar. So I'll use TradingView for my analysis and entries, but for my stop loss placement I'll actually go into funding pips and actually look at how far away I need to put my stop according to the numbers that they've got. So I entered here 10:39. Stop was above the high. 20 points. And my target was, my first target was over here. So 1 to 2. And then my second target was this low, which makes the 1 to 3. But understanding that how quickly the market took out this low over here, just mark this out. The market took out this low very quickly, so I just left my target at the low made in London. So the 1 to 8. So yeah, stop was at the high, was a 1 to 8, 8.15, yeah, about there. And with this trade, you can see it's 1 to 8, a 1 to 8R trade that hit, and I held full position just because after it took out this low, I moved my stop to a bit more than break even, so slightly into profit, and then I let the trade run. Also, you're going to be asking, it's a 1 to 8 trade, why don't you have 8%? Why is it only 3.75%? If you look carefully, the time this trade was taken, 7:39 p.m., and the time this trade was closed, where's the close of this trade? 9:10 p.m. Those times overlap. So while I'm trading this account, I'm not going to have more than 1% risk on the account. So that doesn't mean 1% per position. That means 1% overall risk. So my GU trade I already had in profit. It was already in profit, and I moved the stop loss to just past break even, and that allowed me to enter this trade with 1% risk on my account if you add the risk of this trade and the GU trade. And it hit. It got me. Let me see that. My bad. It got me 3.75%. Yeah. Also, another thing, if you take this high, I haven't done it before, to this low, you put a projection on it, I'm sure something magical will happen and it will somehow end up here or close to that. Yeah. You can see how those 4 standard deviations end up like almost at the low, or at least that low that's made. We're pushing lower. We might take this low as a new low of the day is made, but I'm not too sure. I haven't been really looking and in tune to this market in this session time. So that's my 1 to 8 R trade. I put 0.4% risk on, just above 0.4% risk, because that's how much risk I had left to fill the 1% overall risk of my account. And yeah, as an entry, I'm not doing a lot of trade management videos. I'm just showing entries, exits. Was I following my rules, and did I have reason for entry and exit? I'm not going to show a lot of trade management. If you enjoy that video and you want me to make some trade management videos, just say so in the comments. But if you're new here, consider subscribing, because we're going to do this every single day. The days that I don't take a trade, I'll still come on and just explain why I didn't take a trade, why there was no opportunities, or why I missed an opportunity. With that being said, have a good evening. Cheers.